Guys, Redditingbet here, and we are back with another episode of, well, SCP reading. Today is SCP-083, an abandoned row home. Object class, Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-083 is to be kept under constant video surveillance, with at least one Level 3 staff member on call at all times to respond to security breaches. Entrance to 83 is permissible to Level 1 and 2 personnel with proper clearance, providing they wear tracking devices while inside. Description: 83 appears to be an uninhabited two-story row house in a general state of disrepair. With an interior of approximately 366 square meters, it is located in the blank block of blank. The deed and property tax records for the address are missing after blank. The last known persons to reside in the house were the blank family, but data expunged. Until acquisition by the Foundation, the property was the reputed office for local narcotics dealers who gained entry to the structure through a front window, since the locking mechanism on both the front and back doors were corroded and frozen shut. 83 first came to Foundation's attention on blank when an altercation outside the building resulted in the front door being kicked in by blank. Those who entered the front door of 83 Group A allegedly found themselves inside a fully furnished and well-maintained home with functioning electricity and fully stocked kitchen, whose appliances and decor appeared to be from the early 20th century. Personnel who entered through the windows, Group B, described the interior as dark and dilapidated, corresponding to the view through the windows. Personnel in Group A also reported they couldn't see, hear, or find any members of Group B inside the house, or anyone else beside themselves. Group B observed that members of Group A seemed to vanish into thin air upon crossing the door's threshold. Both groups inside the property not only describe very different living conditions, but their description don't even correspond to the same floor plan. The descriptions matched only in the relative position of the windows, since both groups saw the same street view. Personnel outside the house, however, reported only seeing members of Group B. These observations were repeatedly tested and confirmed by staff, with the additional findings of the rear door of 83 also leads to the furnished interior. Any non-conventional entry, i.e. windows, holes in the roof, down the chimney, etc., leads to the dilapidated interior. The persons inside the different interiors are unable to detect each other's presence, although they both register on standard spectral imaging equipment, so long as said equipment is outside of 83. It was also discovered that the furnished interior was not static. The floor plan of SCP-083 apparently changes, with a different layout and different numbers and rooms, and kind of rooms manifesting. See Document A. No clear pattern or set interval has been observed in the rearrangement of the interior of 83, but the phenomenon has never been directly observed or experienced by personnel while inside 83. See Summary of Experiment 83-3, listed as Document 83-C. So long as human presence exists inside, the floor plan seems to remain stable. Although the furnished interior appears to be well maintained, no inhabitants or custodians have ever been detected. Addendum: it has been recommended that 83 be evaluated as a possible autonomous object. Document A. 19 walkthroughs of 83 have been conducted to date blank, and each has produced a unique floor plan with a total combination of 154 different rooms, with 17 of these rooms being present on more than one walkthrough, although in different locations. See Document B. The rooms conform to a variety of decorative styles, representative of major artistic trends in the late 19th and 20th centuries, complete with era-appropriate furnishings and technology. Although each of the 19 floor plans still equated to 366 square meters of space, and in each walkthrough, the front door has so far consistently led directly to the same Victorian front parlor, designated FP0. The rear door, data expunged. Addendum to Document A. Upon comprehensive analysis of all recorded floor plans of SCP-083, it has been observed that the small door in the north wall of FP0 always opens up to reveal a closet, though the dimensions and contents of the closet have varied considerably. A teal and white deluxe convertible upright Hoover vacuum cleaner has been observed among the contents over 60% of the time. It is unknown why, of the three doors leading from FP0, this one, with the Hoover vacuum inside, has shown such a high level of conservation when none of the others have. Document C. Summary of Experiment 3. On blank, Dr. Blank entered 83 through the front door and set up 3 digital video cameras. One was placed in the middle of FP0, a second camera on the second floor between DR2 and K4, and the third camera in the basement room ST1. Personnel entering through FP0 window A are unable to confirm the existence of any of the rooms, nor of the 3 cameras, although the cameras' location inside 83 were externally confirmed with EM sensors. Observation was conducted for a period of 48 hours, during which time no personnel were allowed to enter. No movement within 83 or any of the rooms was observed, and the camera locations remained fixed. After 48 hours, agents were sent in to retrieve the 3 cameras, but only found one, the camera in FP0, and its electronically confirmed location. The other 2 cameras and the rooms in which they were placed were gone, with different rooms in their place. Despite this, the EM sensors continued to detect the electrical signatures of the other 2 cameras, indicating that they had not shifted position at all. Sweeps of 83 were made hourly for the next 36 hours. Although further room rearrangements were noticed, neither of the rigged rooms reappeared. After 36 hours, the signal was diminished below detection thresholds, possibly due to the loss of battery power in the 2 missing cameras. 3 weeks later, ST1 reoccurred on the second floor and its camera was covered with the battery dead. The third camera remains missing. Note on 83C memo. Dr. Blank requested and was granted permission to repeat Experiment 3, catalogued as Experiment 5, which resulted in the similar inexplicable loss of 6 more cameras. While the Foundation is committed to the pursuit of scientific discovery, it has been decided to abandon further experimentation of this type on SCP-083 until a way can be found to do it without overdrafting the department's budget in order to replace disappeared equipment. Dr. Blank. Document D. On Blank, Agent Blank conducted a walkthrough of SCP-083 and reported evidence of food prep, describing a sound like banging pots and pans and the smell of cooking meat. Agent Blank was unable to localize the source of the phenomena, nor even to find a kitchen. Agent Blank did eventually encounter a dining room designated DR8, but it was certainly in a state of non-use. Agent Blank estimated the sounds and smells persisted for approximately 20 minutes before fading away. There were no other signs of intruders. Document C. Document E. On Blank, smoke was observed emanating from SCP-083's chimney. Agent Blank was dispatched to investigate and found the location designated SR-12 with burning embers in the fireplace. SR-12 had been previously documented on 83's internal surveys 5 and 6, but in both prior encounters the fireplace was cold and swept clean. Agent Blank recovered a partially burned fragment of newsprint from the fireplace, data expunged, as well as a nub of Blank cigar. A sweep of SCP-083 found no other evidence of intruders, and a review of the video surveillance confirmed no one else entering or leaving the house aside from the appropriate personnel at expected intervals. Agent Blank remained on site until the fire was out, at which point smoke emanations ceased and did not reoccur. Agent Blank made no alterations to SR-12 and left the premises at Blank. 24 hours later, Agent Blank returned to SCP-083, but SR-12 was no longer present and did not find in 3 subsequent walkthroughs. Analysis of the Blank cigar did not produce any DNA, but it did yield Blank. Addendum. Recommend SCP-083 to be evaluated for upgrade to Euclid status. Approved on the date of Blank. So that was the abandoned row house. What's actually in there? Thank you guys so much for listening. If you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because why not? It's free. And anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, bye.